What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 138 of the Idiotic Sports Talk. I'm your host, Liam Gavin, coming to you live from my dining room table. And today I want to give you all the Week 8 recap around the NFL. A lot of fun, crazy, action-packed games, overtime games, comebacks, amazing thrillers. But before I get into it, I just want to wish you all a happy Halloween. I hope you guys had a safe and great and blessed Halloween. So let's get into it. The Thursday game, Ravens beat the Bucs 27-22. Lamar Jackson, 238 passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. The rookie tight end, Isaiah Likely, 6 catches for 77 yards and a touchdown. As for Tampa Bay QB, Tom Brady, 325 passing, a touchdown, no interceptions, and receiver Mike Evans, 6 grabs for $123. So the Ravens improved to 5-3 with their big win on the road. And the offense struggled in the first half, but got it together in the second half. And Lamar played mistake-free football, and the Ravens rushed for 231 yards, while the Bucs only rushed for 44 yards. And the Bucs offense, they looked hot in the first half, but they did nothing in the second half. And because of that, the Bucs fall to 3-5 after 3 straight losses. This is the first time Tom Brady's been 3-5 in his entire career, which is absolutely crazy to see. Next is the Sunday game. We have the Broncos beating the Jaguars in London 21-17. Russell Wilson, 252 passing, a touchdown and interception. Jerry Jeudy, 6 catches, 63 yards, and a touchdown. As for Jags QB, Trevor Lawrence, 133 passing, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. And the running back, Travis Etienne, 156 rushing and a touchdown. So the Broncos snap a 4-game losing streak to move to 3-5 on the season. And the Broncos offense made plays from the Jags' mistakes. The Broncos defense made some clutch plays, especially towards the end of the game that contributed towards the win. In Broncos country, let's ride. Because you guys finally got a W after 4 weeks of not getting one. And the Jags, as for them, they ran the ball extremely well but could not pass. Trevor Lawrence made 2 huge mistakes. One was 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. They're running the ball is so good. They could have blew this open 17-0, but instead they throw a pick. Trevor Lawrence throws a pick in the end zone. And then at the end of the game, there's 2 timeouts left, 1:30 on the clock. Trevor Lawrence throws a game-ending pick again. So not good plays by the Jags. They go to 2-6 after 5 straight losses. The next game on the slate is the Dolphins beating the Lions 31-27. Tua Tagovailoa, 382 passing, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Tyreek Hill, 12 catches for $188. And Jalen Waddle, 8 catches for 106 and 2 scores. As for Jared Goff, 321 passing, a touchdown, no interceptions. And Jamal Williams, 53 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns for him. So the Dolphins complete a comeback and moved to 5-3. The trio of Tua, Waddle, and Hill could not be stopped. Miami had 470 total yards of offense, and the Lions had a 10 to 14 point lead in the first half, but was unable to do anything on offense for the second half. And the Lions defense got absolutely shredded through the air like they have been all season. And this is a game that the Lions should have won, but they didn't. And it's another heartbreaking L for the Lions as they go to 1-6 with 5 straight losses. Next, the Falcons beat the Panthers 37-34 in overtime. Mariota, 253 passing, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Kyle Pitts, the tight end, 5 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown. And the rookie running back, Tyler Algier, 3 catches, 46 yards, and a touchdown. As for P.J. Walker, the Panthers, 317 passing, a touchdown, and an interception. Deontay Foreman, 118 rushing, and 3 rushing touchdowns. And DJ Moore, 6 catches, 152, and a touchdown. So the Falcons win an absolute thriller to go 4-4 against their divisional rival in overtime. And this game was back and forth all afternoon. And in my opinion, the most entertaining game of the week. The Falcons avoid another fourth quarter meltdown to take first place in the NFC South. And with 20 seconds left on the clock, it's PJ Walker time. He throws a 60-yard bomb to DJ Moore to tie the game 34-34, but unfortunately, DJ Moore made a stupid mistake celebrating the touchdown when he ripped his helmet off to throw it in the air and celebrate. That's a 15-yard penalty. So the extra point went from 33 yards to 48 yards attempt. And of course, the kicker, Eddie Pinheiro, he misses it, and it sends it to overtime instead of winning the game. And in overtime, Mariota throws a pick, which sets up the Panthers nicely for a game-winning field goal. However, Eddie Pinheiro misses the field goal, which gives Atlanta the ball again. They go downfield, and they kick the game-winning field goal. And with that loss, the Panthers are now 2-6. The next game we have here is the Vikings beating the Cardinals 34-26. Kirk Cousins, 232 passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, a rushing touchdown, and a fumble. Dalvin Cook, a 111 rushing and a touchdown. And Justin Jefferson, 6 catches for 98 yards. As for Kyler Murray, 326 passing, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. DeAndre Hopkins, 12 catches for a $159 and a touchdown. And Rondale Moore, 7 catches, 92 yards and a touchdown. So the Vikings moved to 6-1 and now have won 5 straight games. And this was another game that was back and forth and very entertaining. And other than the fumble that Kirk Cousins had, the Vikings offense was completely on point. They ran all over the Cardinals defense with 173 rushing yards. And the Vikings defense stepped up right in this game. 2 picks and 4 sacks. And the Cardinals were down 14-3, took the lead 17-14. Then they were down 28-17 and made it a 28-26 game. But what screwed them up was when it was 28-26, their punt returner muffed a punt, which led to a Vikings touchdown. And with that L, the Cardinals, are now 3-5. Next, the Cowboys beat the Bears 49-29. Dak Prescott, 250 passing, 2 touchdowns, an interception, and a rushing touchdown. Tony Pollard, 131 on the ground and 3 TDs. And as for CeeDee Lamb, 5 catches, 77 yards for a touchdown. Bears QB Justin Fields, 151 passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 61 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown. And for Khalil Herbert, 99 rushing yards and a touchdown. So the Cowboys advanced to 6-2. Dak and the offense looked very sharp this game, especially the run game, getting over 200 yards on the ground and 4 total touchdowns. And then the Cowboys defense, they gave up 240 rushing yards, but they were able to get 4 sacks and a fumble touchdown that completely changed the game. And although the Bears lost, Justin Fields looked pretty good and made it a game. It was 28-7 at one point for the Cowboys. And then in the blink of an eye, it was 28-17. And then next thing you know, to start the second half, the Bears score again. And it's 28-23. Had me nervous as a Cowboys fan. But luckily, the Cowboys prevailed. They responded with a few touchdowns of their own and were able to win the game. So the Bears advanced to 3-5 after this loss. Next, the Saints blow out the Raiders 24-0. Andy Dalton, 229 passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Alvin Kamara, 62 rushing yards, a rushing touchdown, 9 catches, 96 yards, and 2 receiving touchdowns. As for QB Derek Carr, 101 passing, no touchdowns and an interception. Matt Collins, 7 catches for 64 yards. So the Saints get a much-needed win to go 3-5 on the season. Andy Dalton and the Saints offense racked up 367 total yards and no turnovers. Alvin Kamara was a one-man wrecking machine with 158 total yards and 3 total touchdowns. And the Saints defense, 4 sacks, a pick, and allowed 0 points in this game. As for the Raiders offense, they looked absolutely terrible, only totaling 221 yards of total offense, but 72 of those yards were passing yards by the backup QB, Jarrett Stidham. So with Derek Carr playing, the Raiders only had 139 total yards, 38 rushing yards, very bad day for them. Tough L for Raider Nation, they go to 2-5. Next, the Eagles beat the Steelers 35-13. Jalen Hurts, 285 passing, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. A.J. Brown, 6 grabs, a $156, and 3 touchdowns. As for the rookie Kenny Pickett, 191 passing, no touchdowns, an interception, and a fumble. And Chase Claypool, 4 catches, 45 yards, and a 1-yard passing touchdown. So the Eagles remain unbeaten at 7-0. Hurts to Brown gave the Steelers defense hell all afternoon. And the Eagles defense beat up on the rookie QB with 6 sacks and a pick and a forced fumble. And the Steelers just had no answers for the Eagles. Both the offense and defense struggled all afternoon. The Steelers still haven't won in Philly since the 1960s. They dropped to 2-6. Next, the Patriots beat the Jets 22-17. Mac Jones, 194 passing, a touchdown, and interception. Ramondre Stevenson, 71 rushing yards, 7 catches for 72 yards. And Jacoby Myers, 9 catches, 60 yards, and a touchdown. As for Zach Wilson, 355 passing, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. And for the rookie Garrett Wilson, the receiver, 6 catches for 115. Tight end Tyler Conklin had 6 grabs, 79 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So the Patriots advance to 4-4 as they get their 13th straight win over the Jets. I'm sorry, Jets fans, but Bill Belichick and the Patriots still own you guys. And after it was 10-3, the Patriots went on a run and outscored the Jets 19-7. And the Jets defense, you can't put this loss on them. They came to play as they had 6 sacks and a pick. However, Zach Wilson just had a horrible game with 3 interceptions. And the 2 stud rookies, Breece Hall and Elijah Vera Tucker, are out on the lineup. and the Jets' offense was just struggled without them. And after winning 4 straight games, the Jets fall to 5-3. Next, we got the Titans beating the Texans 17-10. We have Malik Willis, the rookie, 55 passing yards, no touchdowns, and an interception. Derrick Henry, 219 rushing and 2 touchdowns. Davis Mills, 152 passing, a touchdown and interception. Brandon Cooks, 4 catches for 73 yards. So the Titans get their 5th straight win of the year and go to 5-2. The rookie quarterback, Malik Willis, got his first career start in the NFL and his first career win. And although he didn't do much, he didn't have to do much. When he has Derrick Henry rushing for 219 yards, Derrick Henry always gashes the Texans on the ground. And the Titans had 314 total rush yards compared to the Texans' 43 rushing yards. The Texans defense had an all right game despite getting ran over by Derrick Henry, but Davis Mills and the Texans offense struggled. And with that, the Texans now go to 1 win, 5 losses, and 1 tie on the season. Next, the Seahawks beat the Giants 27-13. Geno Smith, 212 passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Tyler Lockett, 5 catches, 63 yards, a touchdown, and a fumble. DK Metcalf, 6 catches, 55 yards, and a touchdown. As for Daniel Jones, 176 passing, no touchdowns, no interceptions. Saquon Barkley, 53 rushing yards, and a touchdown. So the Seahawks take care of business and have won their 3rd straight game to go to 5-3. Geno Smith continues to impress us all, and the young Seahawks defense was able to get 5 sacks on Daniel Jones. The Giants get their 4-game winning streak snapped, and what hurt them the most was 2 punts that were fumbled by Richie James. Those 2 fumbles led to 10 Seahawk points, and because of that, the Giants are now 6-2. Next, the Commanders beat the Colts 17-16. Taylor Heineke, 279 passing, a touchdown, an interception, and a rushing touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 6 catches for 113. And Antonio Gibson, the running back, 7 catches, 58 yards, and a touchdown. As for Colts QB, Sam Ehlinger, 201 passing, no touchdowns, no interceptions, and a fumble. Jonathan Taylor, 76 rushing yards and a fumble as well. So the Commanders win their 3rd straight game. They go to 4-4, and they look a whole lot different with Taylor Heineke at QB. They were down 16-7 with 10 minutes left in the game, but complete the comeback. And on the final game-winning drive, Taylor Heineke converts a 4th and 1 and then hits McLaurin down to the Colts 1-yard line, then punches it in himself for the game-winning touchdown. Sam Ehlinger gets his first NFL start after Matt Ryan was benched, and he completely struggled this afternoon, did not look that great. Colts should have won this game, though, but they could not hang on, and because of that, the Colts go to 3 wins, 4 losses, and a tie on the season. Next, the Niners beat the Rams 31-14. Jimmy G, 235 passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Christian McCaffrey, 94 rushing yards and a rushing touchdown, 8 catches, 55 yards, and a receiving touchdown. And he even had a 34-yard passing touchdown. Brandon Ayuk, 6 catches, 81 yards, and a touchdown. As for QB Matt Stafford, 187 passing, a touchdown, no interceptions, and a rushing touchdown. Cooper Kupp, 8 catches, 79 yards, and a touchdown. So the Niners complete the sweep over their divisional rival, go 4-4 on the season. The Niners, for some reason, they just still own the Rams in the regular season. Jimmy G had a solid game with no turnovers. And how about Christian McCaffrey? In his 2nd game with the Niners, he had 183 total yards of offense, including a rushing, receiving, and passing touchdown. The Rams had a 14-10 lead at halftime, but got outscored 21-0 in the second half. And the Rams offense was unable to run the ball again, and the Rams defense had no answers for Christian McCaffrey. Rams go to 3-4 with this loss. Next, the Bills beat the Packers 27-17. Josh Allen, 218 passing, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Stephon Diggs, 6 catches for 108 and a touchdown. As for Aaron Rodgers, 203 passing, 2 touchdowns and an interception. And Aaron Jones, 143 rushing yards. So the Bills move past the Packers to record their 5th straight win. They go to 6-1. And despite the 2 late 4th quarter picks, Josh Allen had a great game, and the Bills' defense stepped up. They got a lot of pressure on Aaron Rodgers, made it tough for him to throw the ball. And the Packers ran the ball for 208 total yards, but the passing game was almost non-existent. The Packers fall to 3-5 after losing their 4th straight game. Packers are now 0-7 all-time when playing in Buffalo. The final game we have is the Monday night game. Browns beating the Bengals 32-13. Jacoby Brissett, 278 passing, a touchdown, no interceptions. He also had a rushing touchdown and a fumble. As for Amari Cooper, 5 catches, 131, and a touchdown. He also had an interception on a trick play. As for Nick Chubb, 101 rushing and 2 touchdowns for him. Joe Burrow of the Bengals, 232 passing, 2 touchdowns, an interception, and a fumble. And T. Higgins, 3 catches, 49 yards, and a touchdown. So the Browns snap a 4-game losing streak after beating their divisional rival to improve to 3-5. The Browns racked up 450 total yards of offense, and they just pounded the Bengals on the ground with 172 rushing yards. The Browns defense got 5 sacks, an interception, and a fumble. And since Jamar Chase is missing 4 to 6 weeks with a hip injury, it showed as the Bengals offense could not get anything going. Joe Burrow was under constant pressure, and the run game was non-existent. The Bengals had 268 total yards of offense and only 36 rushing yards. And with that loss, the Bengals go to 4-4. So that's it for the Week 8 recap around the NFL. Remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. Follow me on my Instagram. Take care and have a blessed day, everyone.